Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Sana ay kayo ay masaya sa nangyari ngayong umaga, and I'm pleased to welcome you to this afternoon session. Ako si Cesar Mansibang ng Ateneo Professional Schools, at I'll be here with you to help in this session this afternoon with our storyteller. Our session today is something very significant and very important as we are experiencing at this point, especially that it involves how we as individuals and organizations can perform our corporate social responsibility. And the topic that our storyteller will share with us today is delving on connecting business and communities through corporate social responsibility. And I think this is a very important topic, and I hope that you will have a time to discuss with our storyteller, ask questions, clarify issues, make recommendations, and synthesize the whole thing so that we can learn from this session. Okay, let me introduce our storyteller. Our storyteller is the chair of the Sarmiento Foundation Incorporated. She is also chair of the Corporate Social Responsibility Institute, also chair of the League of Corporate Foundations and the Management Association of the Philippines. She is a member of the Advisory Council of the League of the Corporate Foundations, a trustee, and member of the Management Association of the Philippines. She is also president of the CSR Institute and director of the League of Corporate Foundations. By the way, CSR Institute is a partner of the Ateneo Graduate School of Business in the design of the college curriculum on CSR and governance. Ateneo Graduate School of Business, the League of Corporate Foundations, and the CSR Institute are all committed to integrate CSR as part of the strategy of corporations. The goal is to make no distinction between business strategy and CSR. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you our storyteller for this afternoon, Ms. Lydia Enrile.
Thank you for that introduction. However, I would like to clarify, baka ako itakwil ng mga organizations that I work for or work with. I was past president of the League of Corporate Foundation. However, now I am merely a member of the advisory board. However, I do head the CSR Institute, which is a unit or a division of the League of Corporate Foundations. And I'm also not yet the chairman of MAP. I am merely newly inducted governor, a board of governors of the Management Association of the Philippines. So given that clarification, first of all, I would like to thank actually Dean Albert Bienviaje for putting me in this very difficult situation of having to address such an awesome audience. I sincerely hope that I can live up to your expectations. At first, we have been planning this presentation for months because I think they first met us sometime in July or August or something. And this presentation was supposed to have been in October. When I had prepared a very cerebral paper on the integration of CSR into your core business. However, when I attend the briefing with Dr. Alvan Bengson, he said, we're interested in stories. So sabi niya, say it in a storytelling mode. So that put me rather at ease. Not completely at ease, because my story spans almost 40 years of experience, and so that definitely dates me. I am very proud, though, to share my story with you because I feel that to a large extent, it reflects pretty much the development of corporate social responsibility here in the country. I'm very proud to say that my beginnings in CSR started from values that I learned from my parents. My father came from a family of middle-class income family from Bulacan. And a small municipality, I think noon it was just a barangay of San Jose del Monte, which was not known to anyone except for the fact that that is where Sapang Palay is. But they never cringed on the fact that they always claimed that we are people who came from nothing, but we have made something of ourselves. They had parents who cared for them and who worked hard so that they would get a good education. And like most Filipino parents, their aspiration was simply to give them a better education, to have a better future. And with the hard work of their parents, they were able to graduate from Mapua, and two of them had a civil engineering background, and one had a background in business administration. Fortunately for them, with their combined talent and hard work, as a result of having gone from the war, having lost members of their family, they've had to work very hard. And therefore, there was a lot of what we call malasakit and utang na loob. And whenever we talk about the Sarmiento Foundation, we always talk about paglingon sa aming pinanggalingan. That was something that my parents never forgot. They always looked back. They went back to their community. When they set up their businesses, that's where they set up their farms. That's where they set up the factory in Marilao, Bulacan, because San Jose del Monte didn't have electricity or power was very expensive. But through their hard work, they became successful so that for the next 50 years or so, they were able to put up a conglomerate which at one time was one of the top 50 corporations in the country. That is long in the past. But it is through hard work, it is through their Filipino values that I learned what prodded me to get into my CSR exposure. I remember I really looked up to my father because he was a true nationalist, in the sense that we were not allowed to bring in anything when we traveled abroad without declaring it, because if we don't declare it now, we're cheating the government. Even a simple thing like a sign that says no sharing of salads, we were not allowed to share salads because that is a violation. So talagang stickler for rules. But I remember when I was ready to embark on my college education, I said, "Pa, what do you want? What do you think I should do?" And so he said, "You don't have to look very far. We have over 3,000 employees in Cotabato, in Davao, in Bulacan, and just taking care of our employees and their families and the community where we belong, that is a challenge in itself." And that is how I landed with a very baduy course in Maryknoll, which was social work. At that time, hindi ba baduy yun pagka social work ka? At that time, I don't know if you all look so young, I don't know if anybody ever remembers the SWA, or the Department of Social Welfare Administration. So if you took up social work, it was because you were not good in any of the other subjects, in math or in English, and neither were you very good looking. So you ended up working as a social worker in the SWA. But that was the only course I could think of that would give me at least some instruments or some basic knowledge on how to assist our communities. And so we started work. I remember I did my training in Abangan Sur, and we were dumping